Daisy here. So today's video is gonna be another vocabulary lesson, but we're gonna talk about this kind of naughty topic. Sex. Yes, today I'm gonna be teaching you sex vocabulary in Chinese. Now, I know some of you might be wondering, isn't that a taboo in China? Well, yes and no. You need to watch your choice of words and how you phrase it, which is exactly why you need to watch this video. Now, let's sit tight and get started. Now, we're gonna start with some informal expressions. The first one is gotta be the most common one, 那个, which means that. A lot of people are not so comfortable with saying the actual word or phrases for it, so they would just refer it as 那个, that. For example, 哇，听说你有男朋友了，在一起多久了？我们在一起3个月了。那你们有没有那个？没有啦。So if you, for some reason, want to bring up this topic, 那个 might be a much safer word for you to choose. Next, this one is so creative. It's pa pa pa. It's the sound. Sometimes people don't even want to say the word pa pa pa. They might just applaud to refer to it. Usually for 3 times, I think. This expression is kind of new, but I think the reason why it got so popular is because it sounds kind of funny, so you can feel like people are just joking around about it, which makes this whole thing just less embarrassing. For example, 他们昨天晚上啪啪啪了. They last night. Is there any English equivalent to this one? I don't think so, right? Or maybe it's just, I don't know. But if not, you should definitely make up this new word right now. It's gonna be so popular. Think of word. Next one is another creative one. 打炮, hit the cannon. But this one is mostly for casual sex, like no strings attached sort of thing. I heard that it used to be a word in the prostitute industry, but now it's quite common. By the way, side fact, female prostitute in Chinese is chicken. 鸡. And male prostitute is ya, which means duck. I don't know why. Now back to the word 打炮. Hit the cannon. It's common, but probably more common among boys though. I kind of feel like it's more male-oriented, like hit the cannon. So I would still find it quite rude. And there are 2 other expressions of the same root. 约炮. 约 means make an appointment and 炮 means cannon. So make an appointment for cannon, like hook up. And 炮友, 友 means friends. So canon friends, like sexual friends, friends with benefits, this sort of thing. While there is cannon, there is also plane. So in Chinese, guys wanking is called 打飞机, hit the plane. Hit the plane. I don't know why. Maybe because you need the cannon to shoot the plane. The word for unisex masturbation is 自慰. 自 means self, 慰 means comfort. So self-comfort masturbation. Next, 上床. 上 means up, 床 means bed. 上床, go to bed. It could just mean go to bed. For example, if my roommate asks me, 你上床了吗? 还没. She just wanted to check if I've gone to bed. But if I say 我和他上床了, I went to bed with him, that means I had sex with him. There is a short version of it, but sounds much more crude. 上, up. But here it feels more like to screw. Not so nice at all. Sleep, 睡. It's quite easy to understand because in English you can say he slept with her. So in Chinese, 他和她睡了. But still, it could just mean to sleep. Always put it in the context. 造人, make people. It's also a quite chilling way to talk about sex. For example, Jason 和 Lily 怎么没来啊？他们哪有空啊？忙着造人呢。Oh. Next. I can't say it. It's kind of odd because it's actually the direct translation of make love in English, which is supposed to be a more romantic way to talk about sex, but somehow in Chinese it's quite crude because the other expressions I just mentioned, they're either metaphors or they could refer to something else like go to bed or sleep, but this one is quite clear and straightforward about what you're trying to say. I can't believe among all these expressions, this is the one that makes me the most uncomfortable to say. Okay. 做爱. 做 means make. 爱 means love. So, yeah, let's move on. Orgasm. 高潮. I think in English, orgasm just means like sexual orgasm. I'm not sure. But in Chinese, 高潮 also means climax, like the climax of a song or the climax of a story. You'll hear it in everyday conversation like 我喜欢这首歌的高潮部分 I like the climax of the song. 我喜欢这个故事的高潮部分 I like the climax of the story. Cheat, 出轨 out of the track. Try to remember in this way. So you're like a train, you've made commitments, you're supposed to follow the track, but you didn't. You went out of the track, so you're cheating. Someone you cheat with is called a 第三者, the third person, or 小三, little three. One night stand, 一夜情. 一 means one, 夜 means night, 情 means feeling. Actually, you know what? I don't know what stand means in the phrase one night stand. Is it supposed to be a verb or a noun? I don't know. Now let's talk about some formal expressions. For example, sexual intercourse. In Chinese is 性交. 性 means sex. Like in the word 性别, 性别, sex or gender. If you're filling out some forms in Chinese, you might see this word 性别 and you might fill in 男, 男, male, or 女, 女, female. Sexual behavior. 性行为. 性行为 sexual relations 性关系 age of consent 性承诺年龄承诺 means promise 年龄 means age 性承诺年龄 in China is 14 I heard it's 11 in Nigeria 12 in the Philippines and 13 in Japan. What's the age of consent in your country or other countries that you know? Feel free to share them in the comments below. Next, version. 处. It could refer to both female and male, just like in English. If you want to make it clear if it's male or female, you can say 处男. I said earlier, 男 means male, so 处男 is male version, or 处女, female version. 处女. But don't forget the zodiac sign. I know in English there's a zodiac sign called Virgo, but in Chinese it's 处女座. 处女座. Virgo. 座 is a word you put at the end of every zodiac sign. For example, I'm a Scorpio. 天蝎座. 天蝎座. And sometimes people would just leave out the 座 when they're talking about zodiac signs. So if next time you hear someone say 我是处女, don't forget to put it in the context. They might be just talking about the zodiac signs. Next word, virginity. 童真. 童 means child. 真 means chaste. 童真. But this word is actually not that commonly used. Like in English, you might say, when did you lose your virginity? Actually, I don't know if that's common in English or not. I've never asked anyone that. I don't know. But in Chinese, instead of saying, when did you lose your virginity, we would say, when was your first time? 你的第一次是什么时候? 你的第一次是什么时候? Yeah, you don't have to point out first time of what? Just say first time. 第一次. People would get it. Sex life. 性生活. 性生活. 生活 means life. Now, interesting thing. If you want to say someone's sex life is good, you would use the adjective 和谐. 和谐. Which means harmonious. I think in English it sounds so weird if you describe someone's sex life as harmonious. But yeah, in Chinese, that's just a word for it. You can say 性生活不和谐. Or 性生活很和谐. Now, there are also some old-fashioned expressions to talk about like sexual behavior. You might see them in some Chinese costume dramas or read them in some articles. Or if you go to the hospital, your doctor might use these phrases to refer to sex. 房事. 房 means room. 事 means things. So, room, things happening in the room. It's a noun. If you put it in the sentence, it could be 房事过度容易伤肾. Excessive sex might injure your kidney. 同房. 同 means the same. So people in the same room, things happening. So 2周内不要同房. Do not have sex within 2 weeks. The last one is actually one of the most common words said in everyday conversation. Is a swear word. Just like in English, you would say fuck. In Chinese, it's 操. You hear it all the time. Sometimes people would add a 我 in the beginning. 我 means I or me. 我操. But to convey this strong feeling, it usually sounds like 我操. Both fourth tones now. 我操. You can say that when you're amazed. 我操. 太帅了吧. When you're angry. 我操. 你脑子有病啊. When you're shocked. 我操, 吓死我了. It just adds this strong feeling to everything. Alright, so much for today's video. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. And as always, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't. I make videos whenever I feel like it, so you better turn on the notification bell. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye!